Folks, Killboy here with the weekly 12-minute update. I just did the whole thing, and then forgot to turn the microphone earlier. So let's try this again with the microphone turned on. And I got the microphone mounted to the chair arm this time, so I apologize if the audio's not the greatest. I'm trying a different location for the mic to see if it's more consistent than sticking it under my mouth. So Saturday is what it is. July 14th. It is about 4 p.m. Busiest day, busiest time of day, as they say. Quebec plates on that Jeep, and it looks like they drove it all the way here. He's had a bunch of luggage in the back. That was fun. Yeah, past couple of weeks I've kind of been slacking on the video. Well, I wanted to do last week and I forgot to charge the batteries. A lot of things to keep up with now. I did the review of the remote backpack, and it's nice that it has its own battery pack, but it also means that you have to charge the remote piece has its own rechargeable battery built in, the backpack has its own rechargeable battery built in, and then the GoPro battery has to be kept charged. So it's like 3 things you gotta kind of keep an eye on for keeping them charged. But yeah, there's a good video that I just linked to last week by my friend Tank that had more diversity than I could have pulled off anyway. He was here for a couple of weeks and just edited a bunch of different footage together. It's pretty nice piece of work. So yeah, you probably saw that we had some pretty crazy windstorms here a week or so ago, and some trees fell like way down on one end of the gap and kind of down towards the other end of the gap, and people were in the middle. Traffic. It didn't really rain, it just was crazy wind for like 10 minutes. And it was a storm that was odd. It traveled due south. It came down from the north, straight south, straight across here. And it was like 70-mile-an-hour winds, they said. National Weather Service was saying. So it kind of blew in a weird direction that the trees were not used to getting hit by, I guess. So that was pretty rough on it. It was just stuff everywhere, and the trees trapped people for a little while. Got it cleared out pretty quick. The gang from the Deals Gap Resort came up with chainsaws, and the chainsaw mafia, we're calling them. And they cut a section of the trees out on one end, and TDOT came up and was working on the other end. And a couple hours, 3 or 4 hours, I guess, they had everything passable at least, so that traffic could get through at least in one lane. So that was cool. Thanks to those guys. Yeah, by the next day you could barely even tell that anything had happened. The road was pretty clear of all the little debris, and there's still evidence of the big trees on the sides of the road that'll probably be there for a while, but they're not too much of a threat unless you end up off the road. Um, yeah, and it's just been pretty rainy all week. That this time of year, the forecast gets pretty depressing. They there are storms almost every day for a little while at least, due to all the heat and humidity, I guess. Hey! Um, so yeah, I mean every day the forecast is calling for some thunderstorms. They just kind of pop up towards the end of the day usually. More like say all the heat and humidity, I guess. About like a Florida forecast, right? And we're working on a few projects that I'll have some more info about in the next couple of weeks. One is an article for Super Street Bike magazine. They're doing a thing about the area, and I'm interviewing some visitors and locals to the area, and they're going to do a piece where we'll have some info about why people come here and what their thoughts are on the road and everything. So working on that, and then we're also doing a new assignment for a new outfit that's going to be training. Going to be training motorcycle riders for off-road skill building. We're going to do the photography for them. I'll have some more info about who it is. They're going to be working out of Iron Horse over in Stokoa and kind of using some of the area off-road, roads. So that's going to be pretty neat. It's something I haven't really done before, but I'm looking forward to a little variety. Bring a little variety to the weekly highlights with some off-road stuff. They're working with Triumph and using Triumph Tigers, not the actual animal tigers, to train people. Triumph is in on it, so that's pretty cool. I'll have some more info about it on the website shortly. So yeah, that's going to keep us a little busy. This time of year is typically a little slow. There's not much on the calendar. I guess just the heat and everything kind of, keeps people a little more indoors this time of year. So it's pretty typical. July and August get a little slow. I don't know if the microphone picks that up, the echoes of the bikes in the woods. I still get a kick out of that. And after doing it for so long, I still enjoy it. It's a Triumph, you can tell by the whistle. Yeah, it's going to be neat. I hope I can capture some of the, the vistas and everything in the area, off-roading opportunities on these government roads. There's one that goes all along the Skyway, parallel to the Skyway, all the way over to Tellico. going to be using for this training. It's nothing hardcore. It's, you know, gravel, pretty well maintained, but you know, it's a pretty impressive long road, gravel road. So hoping to be able to actually capture that, what it's like to be on those places, and bring it to you guys. Maybe have some video and stuff from there also. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a challenge. I'm not very well practiced at that type of photography, but I think I can handle it. I think it's going to be something interesting to look at. So yeah, I think next week I'm going to talk a little bit about coexisting and everything, and all the hatred sometimes that happens. I'm not sure. I don't want these things to end up being some rant that you don't want to listen to, but I think there's a problem that needs to be discussed, and we all need to think about how we act towards each other, especially as we come together as a group. Sometimes the mentality gets a little out of control. So we'll see. If something else more pressing comes up, then that might change, but eventually I do want to talk about it. But yeah, that's it. It's been 12 minutes. Oh, the pro tip, suggestion I was going to make this week: try to leave some space in your group. Someone asked me to mention that. I know that sometimes bunch up thinking you're trying to stay out of somebody's way, but it'd be a lot easier if there was some spacing between everybody, so that we could all get together, work together to sort of mitigate traffic congestion out here. Just try to spread out. If you're coming through as a group, leave some spacing in between yourselves, and allow other vehicles that come up behind you, bikes that come up behind you, to work their way through if you can. And that's about it. Till next week, check us out at killboy.com for your dragon photos, and we'll see you soon.